Cool.
Good. Works for me.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone to our Monday, July 1st, 2019 meeting of the Whitley County Board of Commissioners. We only have two of the commissioners here today. The third commissioner, Commissioner Western, is in New York City today, and so we'll begin today without the one commissioner. First thing we'll do is we've got on the agenda Attorney Matt Shipman. Oh, sorry about that. Let's go with the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Got me out of my rhythm.
Sorry.
We're here to help.
That's right.
Okay, our attorney Matt Shipman.
The only thing that I have to report is Jan and I worked through a little issue with some recording of deeds that I think we've worked out with. Somebody's trying to record something that's not exactly making the auditor's office happy, and I assisted Janet to get that resolved. And then I did look for, Mark's here, reviewed a contract for Mark from Corzine that seems fine and appropriate. It's an extension of an existing contract, I think, right, Mark? But that's all I have to report at this point.
Okay. Thank you. Next, we have Judge Rentschler and Judge Fahl. Pretrial Services Grant.
And on our behalf, we're going to want to talk to you all. I'm the pretrial coordinator.
Right there. Yeah. No worries.
We began the pretrial system program in July of 2018. During that period of time, we studied and we visited counties, several counties. We spoken to all the experts. Here we go. And what we have been able to accomplish is real strength as far as the state of Indiana is concerned, and with that strength we have been given a grant of $94,168. They have asked that grant go towards salary and a part-time salary of a case manager and a full-time salary, which is mine. The amount for the full-time salary is $43,500. And we are asking for your blessing as we go tomorrow to County Council. And we would like to ask you any questions that you may have.
So from us, you would want a favorable pass to council?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, absolutely. If you,
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I'd make a motion that we give a favorable pass to the council tomorrow for this package, which I think is terrific. Thank you, Paul. I think you've done a great job on that.
Okay, we've got a motion to provide a favorable pass to council for the grant, pretrial coordinator grant. And I'll second. Discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. Thank you, gentlemen.
thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paula.
Anytime you have any questions or anything, feel free to call me.
Thank you.
Are all three of you going to be here tomorrow morning?
Yes. We'll be able to.
Is this the one I'm supposed to sign? Or
Thank you.
Would it be for?
Sure, we're going to have to ask him on that.
We'll ask him. Okay, but yeah,
Okay, next on the agenda, we have Kim Erdly, approval of the PTABOA members.
The assessor's office, we hold a 3-person board in Whitley County instead of a 5-member property tax assessment board of appeals, which we refer to as our PTABOA board. I'm in need to replace 2 of those 3 members. And talking with Greg Fahl, who sits on our PTABOA board, he has recommended 2 names to me to contact, and I've been in contact with both of them, and they've both agreed. One person being Teresa Sedaris, the other being Jeff Walker, and they've both agreed to that. There's kind of a political, according to the statute there, you can't have 2 of your 3 members to be the same political party as the elected official is. So those came with recommendation of the opposite party.
Okay.
So with your approval, and the statute also states that I have to come to our commissioners for the approval of the 2 new members.
And Kim is our county assessor.
Mr. Chairman, I'd make a motion that we approve the 2 PTABOA potential members that Kim has brought before us today.
Okay, we got a motion for approval, and the first one is Teresa Sedaris. Okay, and the second one is Jeff Walker. I'll second. Further discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pass along our thanks to him for serving.
I will, thank you.
Yeah, that's great. Pardon? Oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. John. This is John Myers, our EDC director.
Thank you, and yes, I'm John Myers, president of the Whitley County EDC. Thanks for taking me, or allowing me to speak today on such relatively short notice. I know I had dropped off previously a couple of documents for you to take a look at. What we are facing, Red Star Contract Manufacturing in Larwell is faced with some internet issues. I'd like to introduce Scott Rentschler, who's the president,
Scott.
and also Dave Hart. Dave is his IT director for the company. As you may or may not know, Red Star was acquired earlier in the year by another orthopedic company in Warsaw. They also acquired a second company in Plymouth. And both of those entities do similar type things. And as the company ownership goes, they want to expand both of those facilities. But one of the issues that has come up is with the Largo facility, with the internet service being so poor out in that part of the county, it makes it very hard for the Red Star folks to both receive and send out changes to blueprints, any of the digital stuff that they need to do back and forth to the various locations of the company. And so what I'd like to ask is for, so we've had some discussions with Intelligent Fiber Network, used to be Indiana Fiber Network. They did some upgrading at the behest of the county out in Park 30 about a year ago, and had some conversations with them about the cost for upgrading the internet service and provide truly a high-speed fiber service to Red Star in Larwell. You can see from the documents that I provided to you earlier, it would cost about cost exactly $16,792 to build out this infrastructure from the current network hub up on 200 North down to the down State Road 5 to the Red Star facility. I talked to the company. They were previously proposing to provide Red Star under this proposal 300 megabytes of service, or that speed, for $900, but they said that because of the good relationship they have with the county, if the county would be willing to use on-site, off-site funds to fund the infrastructure build-out, that they would provide the same 300 megabyte service for $750 a month to the folks at Red Star. talked to the folks at Red Star, and of course, we're very pleased with that possibility. And so, again, here to see if the county commissioners will use onsite, offsite funds to go ahead and build out that infrastructure. With a lot of the things that we've been talking about, the need to develop more, do more economic development in the Larwell area along US 30. Again, I think this is a good investment, maybe a little early, but at least an investment in the future of the area to have that fiber running down US 30, or not US 30, State Road 5. I don't know if I got that all right, Scott, if there's anything you'd like to add, or Dave, if I got the technical stuff correct, but or if you guys have any questions for them, but that's what we're asking for.
So is this going to be expandable from Red Star, then we'll go into maybe the Larwell area, or?
I mean, it will be there, yes, so yes, it can be extended on from there. I know the Redevelopment Commission has had some discussions about perhaps doing a industrial park similar to what we have out on the east side of the county in that area. Again, this would be kind of an early investment in putting some of that infrastructure in place.
Well, I think that this is the dawning of a new day. From what I read in the paper, even right up to the governor wants to expand broadband in Indiana, and I do believe it's an economic development issue. The only word of caution I have is this could be the first of many such things. I for one are going to come back to us pretty quickly with a similar project. So, but again, I think we have to. I don't think we have a choice. I think for Whitley County to attract business, I think we're going to have fast internet service.
And in this instance, too, it really tees up the Red Star organization to grow at that site. Whereas if we don't make the investment now, the likelihood of that investment, say going to Plymouth or Warsaw, is going to go up dramatically.
Okay, now, crystal ball. Anybody got a crystal ball? So they've purchased a place in Plymouth, and they've purchased Red Star. We put the money into this. Is there any assurance they're not going to say, you know, Red Star, we're going to close you down and put you up with Plymouth?
Facility in Plymouth actually reports to and they only have about have room to expand, and we plan to grow that facility too. They do totally differently.
Okay.
The advantage is that with medical device and what you have to do to qualify your area, it starts making there's some leverage to keep everything right here.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing we'd like to do is be able to add a second building here in the near future.
And I think John can testify that most of the businesses that want to expand or come into Whitley County, the big issue that they've got is the broadband. That's first.
too.
Yep.
And for that reason, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the expenditure of $16,792 from the on-site, fund for this program.
Okay, we've got a motion to approve $16,792 from on-site, off-site from our seeded monies, which is county economic development income tax monies, and for this project for Red Star at this point. Any discussions? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. Thanks, Scott. We appreciate you guys working with us on that.
Thank you.
I will work with IFN to get a contract around and then be able to talk to you about that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, John. Okay, next on the agenda, we have the Bowen Center update.
Thank you very much for hosting us today. We have some updated information, so I'll call your attention to the single page sticking out at the top. So I assume we can be seated?
Please.
Okay. So, again, last year you folks provided us with $204,480. And you can see under the total salary line that we brought you a return on that investment over $2,230,000. In addition, we saw 1,102 clients and over 37,000 services, including a lot of free care. So hopefully you see that we've brought you economic development through the salaries, as well as being good corporate citizens serving the clients of your community in the mental health and substance abuse areas. And I'll turn it over to Miss to give you some examples and some numbers.
So we have therapy services, skills coach services, which is our community-based, and then also psychiatric services. So as I was going through some of these numbers, numbers mean a lot and they're important. However, something that really hit home was that these are individuals. These are lives that we're serving, that we're taking care of. So I wanted to share a success story with you. We had a referral from DCS, two parents, both highly involved with methamphetamines. We got them into services, kind of wishy-washy, couldn't really get them engaged. They went MIA for about 4 months, but with our persistence, we kept reaching out to them, met them where they were at, brought them back into services, also got their kids into services, 3 children. We provided visitations, supervised visitations for them. We provided our SU groups, our individual therapy. After 15 months of services, they are completely drug-free. They are in our aftercare currently. All of the children are back home participating in our summer groups. And so I wanted to bring a real life story of what we're doing at Bowen and to present that to you.
So were all of those services done here in Whitley County, or did they have? Okay.
All of our services right here and across the street. Yeah. Any questions?
I really don't have any questions, I'm sorry.
You know how many, again, a year ago, we opened up our methadone clinic in Fort Wayne. We're up to dosing about 350 people a day. Do we know how many from Whitley County are attending?
We currently have 6 that are attending. As you both know, methamphetamine is more prevalent here than opioids, but it's about 2% of the clients that we serve at our recovery center are from Whitley County.
And again, they dose daily, and we've seen some real successes. We've had some people already graduate off the program drug-free, and we have others that will be in there longer as it takes longer to achieve recovery.
Do you do a follow-up? A follow-up on once you've say that they've graduated or they're a success? What kind of follow-up do you do on that?
If they want to, well, we have our aftercare, and I guess that would be a type of follow-up. They're able to come to classes as they want, but other than that, it's if they're ready, willing, and able, and they know where we're at. So as far as just calling to check in, we don't necessarily do that, but we offer them resources to utilize if they need assistance.
Bowen Recovery Center itself, the staff there do tend to follow up with individuals. And there are people who fall off the wagon and get back on the wagon. It's like when I was running a psychiatric inpatient unit in Kansas City, I remember this one fellow's 22nd admission to the inpatient unit before he found and stayed with sobriety. 22. So it's not a one and done. And I know it's easy to get discouraged and say, well, we've helped you twice, we've helped you 3 times, and we're giving up on you. And we don't. We don't. Because it takes that many times for some lives to
Sure.
save them.
Of the 48 employees that you have, are most of those full-time? Are there a lot of them part-time?
No, most of them are full-time. We have 19 that provide services in the community, and then 7 therapists on site. We have a nurse practitioner, and then 2 MDs that are at our office, psychiatric services.
So that's 29, the rest of them are off-site then? or-
Well, we also have our nursing staff, we have our leadership staff, so those that manage those people as well.
How are your board of directors chosen?
By the board.
By the board, perpetual. Okay.
Do they have other commissioners on the board at all, or?
The law requires that given the opportunity for the county where the corporate office is, in this case it's Kosciuszko County. In some years they have chosen to not pick, and some years they've chosen to pick. It's really at the will of the county government.
Okay. Matt, did you have anything?
Not necessarily.
Thank you, I get it.
Well,
Thank you.
very much. We appreciate the time.
Mark, did you have anything that, okay. Okay, Don had a chance to take a look at claims. What was?
Is Becky here?
No,
Okay.
no, this is actually.
Okay, this is, I didn't know which one I was working on that. I did have a chance to review claims, and I found them to be in good order. I would make a motion, we approve, first of all, the payroll claims.
Okay, a motion to approve payroll claims. Discussion. All those in favor raise your right hand, opposed the same.
And then I would make a motion that we approve the accounts payable claims.
Okay, we got a motion to approve the accounts payable claims. Discussion. All those in favor raise your right hand, opposed the same. Good job on those. Thanks, Tiffany.
And the reason the accounts payable one is so big is because we had settlement in there. Because that's a particular.
Well, yeah,
but- Yeah.
yeah.
So I just wanted to mention that. That's why
I
it's so
don't
big.
honestly spend too much time with those.
Right,
Not
'cause
much we
those
can
are-
do about
yeah.
that.
I'll set my rates and everything. Thank you.
Okay, we have minutes for June 17th, 2019. Any amendments, any changes?
I had an opportunity to review the minutes, and I found them good as presented to the board. And I'd make a motion, we approve the minutes of the June 17th meeting.
Okay, we've got a motion to approve June 17th, 2019 minutes as presented. I'll second. Discussion. All those in favor raise your right hand, opposed the same. Thank you.
That's for the pretrial. That's all.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about that.
No, I
Okay.
was just giving you copies, so you have copies.
Okay. Angie,
Yes.
do you have anything?
No. Open enrollment's closed. It went very well this year, so that's good.
Okay. We'd like everybody to know that Angie's going to be leaving us to go for a great job working for Trine University. We wish her all the luck in the world when she leaves, and we'll miss her.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
I do have something else
Okay.
that I forgot, and that Gina reminded me. We have the materiality policy
Yes.
that the State Board of Accounts has been on us for a bit to get taken care of. Janet and I worked together to get this resolution put together. I believe you guys have seen it ahead of time, so we do need to adopt that resolution. I'm not sure what number it would be.
It would be 07.
07.
07?
Is this one? Here's our idea.
Good job, you guys. I checked it against mine, so you did good.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we approve resolution number 2019-07 that will put us in compliance with the internal control policy and materiality policy.
Okay, we've got a motion to approve the resolution 2019-07. I'll second. Discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same.
That was the only other thing I had.
Okay.
That was the only thing I had, so there you go.
Okay, I'm gonna sign there.
I do guess I have one other thing that kind of echoes what George said, is that there are a couple of things that Angie and I had been working on that I'm going to make sure that are done before Angie's out of here on Wednesday, so that when she's gone, everything will be on my plate that needed to be transferred. So I just wanted, publicly to tell you guys that I will have, it's an employee issue and then one other issue, but I'll make sure that her and I coordinate those, and by the time she's out of here on Wednesday, that everything's handled.
Short timer now. Thank you. Jana?
I had just a couple of things. As I mentioned, settlement is complete and done. It was dispersed to all the taxing units, so Tiffany did a great job for her first time.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and then the other things I have is George, Angie, and I kind of talked about this, but we need an additional appropriation for the commissioner's budget because of workers' comp and the audit that we didn't foresee, okay?
Yeah.
And it's for $28,500, okay? And then the other one that I have is for CDIT, for the on-site, off-site, because we paid for a road project, and we needed to get, we were reimbursed for it, but it was taken out of the
Get it back
account.
in.
We gotta get it back
Yeah.
in the account.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's for $212,500. So,
Two motions.
or you can do both, it's either way, whatever you wanna do it.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the additional appropriation for both the road project and, I'm sorry, one more time.
Workers' comp.
Oh, the work comp, yeah, the work comp adjustment.
Okay, we've got a motion to approve the additional appropriations for the CEDA program on workman's comp and the road project. And I'll second. Discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same.
For those of you in the audience, an additional appropriation doesn't mean we're going to tax you more. It means that we have the money, but we're not allowed by law to spend it until we get another appropriation. So it's not like bringing more money in, it's just using what money we already had. In this case, we were reimbursed for a project, $212,000, but by law, we cannot spend that $212,000 until we have an appropriation approved. So that's what that's all about. If you ever hear additional appropriations, it doesn't equate to additional taxes at all.
And that'll be presented to council tomorrow then.
Yeah, yeah.
That was it?
That's it? Jen?
Yes, we just have one request to use county facilities by Whitley County Community Christmas Committee. They're requesting to use the courthouse for their annual celebration on Friday, December 6th and Saturday, December 7th. And I did speak with Mark and also Ron, and they did not voice any objection to that.
Okay.
I make a motion, we approve the request to use the courthouse on December 6th and December the 7th.
We've got a motion to approve the use of the courthouse for the Whitley County Community Christmas, December 6th and 7th. And I'll second that. Discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same. Thank you.
Thank you. That's it.
Anything else? Okay. Don?
Did we have any right-of-way permits?
No.
I hadn't
not.
seen it.
Brandon, we got one, I believe, at the end of last week, but since Brandon's out, I don't know if he ever got it, because it's in his box up in our office.
Okay. No, sir, I just don't have anything else.
Okay. Council meeting tomorrow, we're voting on the jail tax to the approval for taking care of our issue that we have with jail overcrowding, and we've got some good options.
Just got another thing.
Do you want to say anything about it or not?
Do we ask?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you,
Just the interim HR director.
Yeah.
Will be Janet.
yeah.
It can't hurt to say it.
Okay. Well, with the absence of our old HR director, we're going to have we'll have a new HR interim director at this point until we hire someone. So that would be our auditor, Janice Schimbeckler. Anyone from the audience? Anything from the public? Okay, call for the motion.
Motion adjourned.
Second. Thank you, everyone.
Have a happy